Okay, this is part one of how I got my start living in an RV. In 2016, I was 25 years old and I bought this house for $430,000. And it looked like this. Then by the time I sold it in 2020, it looked like this. I literally cut a hole in the kitchen and I completely redid the entire house inside and out. It was 1,600 square feet and the lot was over 10,000 square feet. And what I'm getting at is I was a slave to this place. I was constantly needing to fix things, upgrade things, and then just the constant amount of cleaning. And then on top of that, being a stay-at-home mom of two kids was just way too much for me. So when I got to a point in my life where I was no longer with my partner, I decided to downsize. So I ended up selling the home in 2020 for $660,000. I did refinance a couple of times. That is how I afforded to do a lot of these renovations. You can see here, I redid every square inch of the house. A lot of these I did do myself on the inside, but when it came to the outside, that was where the biggest hang up was and the biggest headache was. I ended up completely landscaping the entire 10,000 square feet. I put in a pool. It had salt water, solar. It was heated. It was perfect. I honestly was living like the American dream, but I was not happy at all. I was not happy. I was sitting out by this pool unhappy because I just was so bogged down with so much stuff to take care of and so much space to take care of. You can see when I bought the house, it had an out of ground pool that I ripped out, completely leveled out, and landscaped that part of the yard. And then I put in this gorgeous pool on the other side. Again, it was salt water, had solar heating. You literally could be in it all day. But at the end of the day, I wasn't happy. So in the process of refinancing to do some of these upgrades, I did keep some of the cash, and that is when I bought my first fifth wheel. So those photos will be rolling up here soon. So I purchased my first fifth wheel, here it is, off of Facebook Marketplace for $12,000, and I completely renovated it. Originally, I had bought this as something for my family, and then when I ended up leaving my partner, I needed a place to live, and I decided I wanted to live in my fifth wheel. I had renovated it, never done a fifth wheel before, and it just felt like home. It was 27 feet long. It was a 2011 Keystone Springdale, so you don't have to start with a super high-end fifth wheel to start living in one. So this one I found on Facebook Marketplace for $12,000. I lived in it for 6 months, so it instantly paid for itself, and then I rented it out, and those rentals covered any of the renovation costs. And then I recently sold it for $12,000, so I was really happy with that. So it did not go down in value. It saved me a ton of money, and it actually made me some money being a rental. So this is part one.